felt funny. Francis, you really should see somebody.
What is going on?
What's up, man? You still remember how to do this?
I don't know, man. What are all these fucking buttons for?
Get messages from people. Is Alan okay? You know you got to tell us if something happens to Alan.
Still kicking, man. Still kicking. Just
it's football.
Just busy.
It's football season. He's lost for a while.
Football season. Did some traveling yesterday down to the coast, whatever. Took the wife down to the beach and we just kind of hung out for the day yesterday, and they just had a lot going on, man. You know, a lot of work, just real life shit. So
fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. But I have been watching a lot of movies though. So
yeah, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Coincidentally. But yeah, before we catch up with the chat, the idea is to kind of go through the last 5 movies we watched. Whatever they are, for better or worse, talk about them, talk about how we came upon those movies, maybe give some recommendations, get some input, see what others thought of the movie, and get recommendations based on that. Like, let's say there's a movie in there we really liked, like to hear about more movies like that movie, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And not so much doing, kind of doing less hauls, this is something a little different. I feel, if I got to hold up one more title and say I bought this because so-and-so, I mean, we'll still do hauls, but I mean, I just feel like I'd like to do something a little more movie centric, have this thrown in, and this is an easy stream to invite other guys to. This is kind of like a trial run, beta testing. Right. We're going to see what it's like, how well it works before we start inviting other guys too, because there'll be other guys.
Yeah. Speaking of haul videos, I got one ready to go. I got all my movies organized here that I've picked up in the last, it feels like 3 fucking months, but it's really the last couple of weeks. And so I got a haul video coming up in a couple of days. I promise, and hopefully I'm going to film it tomorrow. And I got a really cool unboxing I'm going to do probably tomorrow night. So I got at least 2 videos I'm going to put up this week. So you guys hang in there. I'm still around.
They're coming. They're still coming.
I promise.
As you slow down your subscriber count, but I think you get more subscribers when you don't do videos than when you do videos.
Sometimes that's the case. I think if I just back away and leave it alone, let it do its thing.
Just the way you said the haul, you got a haul set up. I don't know why it made me think of. Did you get the picture from Tony when he came back from being gone for 2 days?
Yeah, mine is not compared to that. I wouldn't call mine a haul. That's a fucking haul.
Oh, yeah,
that was a lot of movies.
I've had a couple close to that. Get in the front door because the packages were.
I had a couple close to that, but that was pretty impressive.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know why I'm drinking a beer on Sunday night. I got work tomorrow. I've been drinking all weekend. Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog. Yeah.
But I do have a water to back it up.
There you go for health. For health purposes.
They're going to counteract each other.
Yeah.
But the idea of this stream really excited me because, like, me and Brad were talking backstage and on the phone earlier. When we do these top 5s and all these streams that we're doing on our channels and other people's channels or whatever, it kind of feels like after a while that I don't want to say it feels like a job, but it kind of does. You really can't just go to the shelf and pick a movie that you want to watch. You have to kind of watch movies to get ready for these streams coming up. And sometimes I feel like I'm only watching what we already have pre-planned.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Sometimes when you decide you want to watch something, you go to your shelf, you just kind of scan it, kind of like you're in the video store, find something you want to watch and throw it in. Yeah. What I like about this idea here is at any given time we decide to do this, it's based on shit that we just want to watch. Yeah. It could be anything. And I find that, really, really refreshing because I don't feel like I've got to watch a certain genre or a certain actor or a certain whatever for get ready for a stream. I do enjoy doing that sometimes, but this here is going to be a nice break from that, so to speak.
Yeah, me, Masters of the 80s, we were talking same thing. It seems like, especially given the time of year. So if it's the time of the year, I kind of want to watch a certain set of specific movies. Maybe I'll add some new ones to that, but there's a lot of rewatching going on, and it's you never want to feel like you have to do anything. Me and Alan, we do 1 top 5 a month generally, maybe 2 a month at tops. But Alan gets invited to a lot of different streams where they're watch oriented or top 5 oriented. So it's just nice to not have to. And we're all watching movies in between all this stuff anyway, but. Eventually we'll talk about the next top 5, which is Saturday, but you want to catch up with the chat before it gets out of control. And
what really is also hard is, man, we get all these releases in, and there's sometimes I don't have time to watch the new releases I get in because I'm watching shit for streams.
Yeah.
You know? So like this is just a nice break. You know, not to say I don't still enjoy doing that, but it is a nice break.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we have no shortage of ideas for top 5.
Yeah.
We could do a top 5 stream every week and
Yeah.
never run out. But it's like, you know, we actually watch these movies. We don't just pull them off the shelf and go, oh, yeah, this is it. I haven't seen this movie in 12 years. You know, we try to get an actual realistic list together.
Yeah. What's going on, Wild Wrangler?
Wrangler, what's up, man?
Tony, what's up, buddy?
Godfather.
Hagen K. Homeboy was tap dancer for Leatherface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic Hands, what's going on, buddy?
All at the Jimmy legs.
Yeah.
Somebody gets knocked out.
What's going on, Texas?
Texas, what's up, man?
Reed's in the house. What's going on, man?
Coley, what's up?
Anthony? I'm sure Anthony will be on this eventually.
Yeah, I talked to Anthony about it. It's just like I said, this is kind of a beta. Just want to kind of go through this, see what, you know, see how that works with the pacing and see if it's a good idea.
Right.
You know, not every idea is a good idea. See how it works, see if people like it, and we like it.
I hope you guys enjoy this because, like I said, this is something fun to do. And like I said, this is random as hell. You never know what we're going to pull. It's the last 5 things we watched.
And it's easy. Like we could have invited Anthony 10 minutes ago because it's not like we're preparing notes. Just say the last 5 movies you watched, bring them, and we'll talk about them. We'll go through them and see what's going on with it.
Wild Wrangler says, "Hey Anthony, Hush review." Look, what's going on, man?
I think he had a review out where it was I don't know if it was Hush. Was it called Hush? I don't know what it was. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I've been kind of out of the game here for the last couple of days. I haven't watched too much YouTube yesterday. I was watching football today. I was out of town yesterday. She fell funny. Yeah, man, that's great.
She fell funny.
Bunch of haze back and forth. Get through all those. Allie, what's going on? Good to see you.
Allie? Ken
Carlson, what's going on, buddy?
Ken?
Yeah, Ken messaged me asking if we're going to do something. I think he messaged me Friday asking if we're doing something Friday night. So glad you made it, Ken. Not quite Friday night, but we made it.
It's getting to be fall in Florida. People want to do stuff. People want to do stuff outside after being in a cage for 3 months of summer. Yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
It's all
it actually wasn't too bad on Saturday. Like we've been getting 110 degree, 110 degree days here. And you know, at least the heat index. And man, it's just been too hot even to go outside. And it was actually pretty nice on Saturday. We were just like in the low 90s, high 80s.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
That sounds horrible.
Well, Reynolds says, Spicy, are you in pain? Ken says, got my Psycho 4K collection, the pack, and My Bloody Valentine in yesterday. Yeah, I'm still waiting on my Psycho set. My Bloody Valentine I do have in. That'll be in my next haul video. And the pack, I need to watch that before I order it. You know, I'm trying to be real selective with my Screen Factory shit now.
Yeah. Did you
on pure principle.
Did you get the heart-shaped box with your My Bloody Valentine set?
I did not. I just got the movie. And I think I got just the movie on that one. I'm not sure if I got the poster on that one or not. Whatever the basic thing was for that one. Because I don't think there was an alternate slip for that one, was there? So no, I kind of missed out on that heart-shaped box. I feel kind of bad about it.
Yeah,
I really needed that. Yeah, Wild Wrangler was asking Ken if the pack is good. I've heard good things about it. But I have not seen it yet.
It's a movie for if you hate dogs, I guess.
And I still wonder, there's another movie by Screen Factory that's much newer called The Pack, and I'm wondering if that's a remake. I've been meaning to look that up. Yeah, Tony says it was 5 days worth.
Oh, my mistake. It looked like 5 months worth.
Yeah, The Pack is the best killer dog movie. And I hear a lot of people say that, man. I'm sorry, Cujo, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Is it better than Man's Best Friend with
Lance Henderson?
Lance Henderson.
Yeah. All right.
The cat's fucking the dog is eating the cat like he's in a hot dog eating competition, just fucking right down.
Reed says, so if you watch the same movie 5 times in a row, hey, well, you know, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Maybe go back and do the 4 before that.
4 before that, and then that 5th one.
All right. Texas is doing well. Pops is going to murder someone on stream tonight. No, hopefully not.
I doubt it.
Hopefully not. Sorry, Anthony's sick.
Sick, that was it. Yep. That was I think he said it was a Walmart DVD. I did watch some of it. Yeah.
I have to check it out. I ain't watched it yet. Everybody's saying, hey, Anthony, long time no talk. I'm sure that's not true. All right. So we're caught up in the chat. Brad, if you want to go first, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no reason even to do this, is there? With two of us?
It doesn't
Why not? Makes you feel special. Go ahead and we'll do it.
Yeah, this is totally necessary. Well, my first one is going to be, this is a shocker, I'm telling you. It's from 2023. It's an hour and 16 minutes. And you're not going to believe it wasn't any good at all. Bigfoot Goes to Hell.
I might have skipped that one. Would have admitted that one.
Dude. I thought I had seen the worst movie ever before I watched this. Bigfoot is back, and this time he's doing battle with the Prince of Darkness himself. None of
back
that.
Image on that? We'll see the back image.
Yeah. Hell hath no furry. No, fury. But I'm a sucker for Bigfoot movies, and this is an abomination. I don't know where to begin. I don't want to go into it even. I don't want it to, it's not even so bad it's good. It's so bad it'll make your eyes bleed. It is trash. It's not even like a Walmart movie, like kind of fun type thing. This is just unwatchable, horrible. I thought this movie was the worst movie I'd ever seen out of the thousands. This movie blows it away. This looks like fucking Goodfellas by comparison. I mean, do not buy this. Don't watch it. Don't waste your time with it. I don't know what I can say to keep you from watching it. Don't own it. I'm sorry. I've owned it. I've contemplated throwing it in the trash many times. I probably will, even though I sort of have a Bigfoot movie collection. I'm still. This is not a Bigfoot movie. It's not in anything. It's some weird animated thing that just flashes back and forth between two characters talking to each other the entire runtime. I'm dumber for watching this movie. I've lost time in my life from this movie. I think this movie potentially gave me cancer. That's how bad I think it is. If I get cancer somewhere from the neck up, I guarantee you it's from this movie. So if you listen,
you're kind of making me want to watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never said there's no redeeming features whatsoever. It's terrible. I feel sorry for anybody that bought it, but it is what it is. It's a pretty interesting cover, and that's all that's there. But yeah, either one of these movies, it's a no-go. But this movie is 100,000 times better than this piece of shit.
I think you need to hang on to it just as a reminder the next time you get a Bigfoot movie to, maybe read about it a little bit.
So, Alan, what are your thoughts on Bigfoot Goes to Hell? Are you looking forward to checking this one out? Or
there's a lot of times that I see you hold up a title and you talk about it, and it's like, damn, I need to check that out. That was not one of those titles. As soon as I see you hold that up, I said, well, that's the one I'm not going to get.
Oh my god!
But
they can't all.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. My first one I'm going to show here. This is one that I was super excited about. When I seen the trailer, I had to wait a while to watch this one because I had told my son who was visiting a few months back, or about a month back, that I would watch it with him. And I'm not going to say I disliked it. I'll just show you what it is here. It's Sisu. I did enjoy this movie. I had the bar set really high for this one. People had said it was kind of a John Wick type movie. I think it was done by the same producers or something like that. It is a fun movie. There's just not a lot of meat on the bones. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's a real in and out type movie.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's a beautifully shot movie. If you're into cinematography, stuff like that, you'll really enjoy this, which I am somewhat. So I did enjoy it for that aspect. And I watched it with two of my sons, whatever, and both of us walked away from it saying that we really enjoyed it, but it was just okay. That's kind of, we all kind of have the same opinion. Basically, you have this guy here, back in World War II, whatever. The movie came out in 2022. I'm not going to pronounce anybody's names because I can't. It's like a Finnish director. And just so you know, I had to look this up because I was curious. The word sisu is a Finnish word described as stoic, determination, grit, bravery, resilience, and hardiness. For those that need to know that. But this guy's a badass, John Wick style. Him and his dog, don't fuck with him. He's like kind of a down on his luck kind of guy. He's a gold digger. He found a big fucking stash of gold. You know, runs into a bunch of Nazis, and they try to take his gold from him, and he pretty much fucks them up. And that's the premise of the movie. I mean, I like the way it ends. It's got a real cool abrupt ending or whatever. I like the way they did that. When he does break bad pretty well, and he does kick a lot of ass. It's somebody you definitely don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
It's just when it was over with, I guess, like I said, if I would have went into it blind, just kind of as the blind watch, not having seen a trailer, knew nothing about it, I would have probably said, damn, that was great. But I had set the bar way the fuck up here. It is something I'll watch again. It's something that will stay in my collection. I'm glad that I own it. And this fucking Steelbook is one of the best of the year.
Yeah, it's awesome.
In my opinion.
They cut
it's just
a hell of a trailer. That
fantastic Steelbook. Yeah, the trailer is like real Quentin Tarantino-ish, you know, kind of whatever. And that's kind of what I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to say it was slow, but in between the action scenes, there was not a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's what it is. Like I said, there's a lot of fans of this movie, and I'm still a fan of the movie. It's just not as great as I thought it was going to be, but that's the first one I watched. Well, however you want to put it, it's one of the last 5 I watched.
Yeah.
That was not stream related. And I have watched a shitload of movies, but make sure I understand something. These are movies that are not related to any other streams. I'm leaving those off because I'm going to talk about those on those particular streams.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up with the chat real quick and we'll go on to our next one. All right, here we go. We got Eddie in the house. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Eddie?
Ken says, Fatal Games was a huge announcement from VS. Great slasher. That and From Beyond 4K are the only VS titles for being 23, unless I want the 2 surprise titles.
Yeah, I mean, it's been talked to death, but
yeah.
You know, with the exception of Brian Goes Blue, these movies are right up his alley. Even the crappy ones that people don't care about are right up. He's loving this. But with the exception of Brian, who's an avid Vinegar Syndrome fan from way back from the beginning, I don't know anybody that's happy with the year that they're having, personally.
No.
And yeah, I do. I Fatal Games I'm interested in. I got the From Beyond 4K. I think the Boogeyman's this year. I want to get that. So that's 3 titles total for the.
What, Daryl, man? Come on, we're getting Daryl.
Fucking Daryl, dude. They made it out like that was going to be a big studio title. They got a Paramount title, guys. It's going to be something real good.
Well, I've already pre-ordered Daryl, not because it's Daryl, because it's a goddamn VSU.
Yeah,
and I got all the other VSUs, and if I got fucking Showgirls, I had to get Daryl.
Yeah.
So
Daryl is.
I've never seen Daryl. Daryl might be fucking great. I've never seen it.
It's a masterpiece.
I know of it.
To Showgirls.
Do what?
I said it's a masterpiece by comparison to Showgirls.
Oh, I'm sure it's got to be.
Just about anything is.
But that and the Prophecy trilogy, I already got that one coming.
Showgirls is like Citizen Kane by comparison to this.
Ooh, that's bold.
So there you go.
Bold.
I know what I said. I know what I said. God damn, is that trash?
Tiana, what's going on?
What's up?
Good to see you. Yeah, Reed says Brad loves his Bigfoot movies.
Yeah, I generally do. That is terrible.
He said Bigfoot is back and now it's
personal. Yeah.
Is that a DVD too?
It's a DVD. Yeah.
But
believe it or not, there's not a lot of Bigfoot movies on 4K. There are 2.
There's 1. Yeah, I already had this pre-ordered and watched Brad's review of this movie, and I was like, "Fuck." And when it came in the mail, I said, "Fuck." And you notice it's still in the package. You'll see that in my video or my
Tony's came damaged.
My whole video.
Tony's came damaged, and he's like, "I know I'm not gonna get a great response from this."
Yeah. I will not watch, Brad.
Oh, thank you. If I've saved one life, I'm happy for it. Happy with it.
Yeah, Reed said my wallet is always in pain with all his releases. Yeah, especially this time of year, man. I still got like 30-something pre-orders I'm waiting on.
It's about to get ugly.
Yeah.
About to get real ugly. I mean, in a good way. We're about to get flooded with a lot of great stuff.
What's going on, Chris?
What's up, man?
Everybody slash the like button. I appreciate it, buddy. Tony says Killer Goats has to be 10 times worse.
Tony, I've seen Killer Goats just right along with you. I hate it just as much as you hate it. Killer Goats is 1,000 times better than Bigfoot Goes to Hell.
Caveman, what's going on, buddy?
It's okay, man.
Appreciate you dropping in. Wild Wrangler says, rewrite history, Brad. Did not watch bad Bigfoot movie.
If I could get Superman to turn back the Earth for anything, people have died that I know that I could have saved, and I would still pick. Give me that hour and 16 minutes back.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Miss Caveman, what's going on? Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Same to you. Reed says, how about the whole lake scene? Alan and Sisu, straight ridiculous fun. It really was. And like I said, there's a lot of shit like that that's good. I think in my mind, I overhyped that movie way too long. I had like a month, almost 2 months, whatever, probably since I seen the trailer for the first time of hyping that movie up. I mean, I was so excited about it. When I sent my son the trailer, he was like, make sure you don't watch that until I get home. He lives in Colorado. And so, like I said, for me and him were both kind of really anxious for it. And I felt kind of dumb because I really overhyped it to him after I showed him the trailer. Everybody's saying how great this is. And it was just okay for us. But, yeah, the lake scene was a lot of fun. Sister was fun. Watched it last month. Yep. Brian, what's going on, buddy? I'm happy with the year they've been having.
Yeah. You see what I mean? But
kind of
Brian's a real deal Vinegar Syndrome fan.
Oh, yeah. He's old school.
He's not a casual Vinegar Syndrome guy like us. Brian loves their stuff. Like that's the perfect label for him.
Yeah. We're saying hey to Brian. What are you guys up to?
We're trying out this stream. We'll see. Just let me know if you like the idea. If you're into it, Brian. You know, we're just trying to do a little beta test and see how it goes, and before we start inviting guys onto it. And
basically, whenever we do this, the guys that jump on, we're just going to talk about the last 5 movies they watched. It could be anything. I'm staying away from stuff I got set up for streams. This is just the movies that I picked off the shelf and said I want to throw this in and watch it.
It's another, bullshit stream, haul stream, these kind of streams. We'll do them every once in a while.
Yeah. Chris says, I have a lot of VS titles as well, but only watched a quarter of them. That's kind of like me. I don't have a ton. I got like one shelf back there behind me, maybe a shelf and a half. And I watched quite a few of them. There's still quite a few I hadn't seen either.
There's some great Vinegar Syndrome releases. Just judging by this year alone, I'm not happy with it. But at the same time, if you know anything about Vinegar Syndrome, their releases are timing based on the materials, how fast they're going bad. The stuff that's going bad fastest, they do first. So it's kind of hit or miss sometimes.
All right, which he's going on. Miss Caveman says, "Yeah, Sisu was okay nitpicking, but I love how he flew hundreds of miles in that place, but somehow found his dog." Yeah, strange looking dog, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody else probably knows what kind of dog that was. But it was it worked for the movie. All right, Caveman says, "Brad, did you like my Bigfoot meme?"
I didn't see it. I'm pretty bad at checking that kind of stuff.
Max, what's up? Anyone getting any new Vinegar Syndrome? Yeah, we spoke about it a little bit ago. I got a couple coming. I got the Prophecy trilogy and the fucking Daryl coming. I think it's just called Daryl. It's not called fucking Daryl.
It's called fucking Daryl. It's gay porno. You never know with Vinegar Syndrome.
Chris has watched Night of the Demon. Love that Bigfoot greatness.
That's a good Bigfoot movie. Yeah,
I enjoyed that movie. Okay, this is Peace Equals Plane. I need Tony's magnifying glass. Don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, no worries.
I understand. I'm the same way. All right, we are caught up. We'll move on to our next one here.
All right, the next one on the list, 2004, Jeff Lieberman. He's done a few good, few horror movies. Let me pull these up real quick because I always forget. It's Just Before Dawn, I think he did. Of course, the fucking IMDb is going to take forever to load. Somebody in the chat's going, he did this, he did that. But anyway, he's done just a couple pretty good horror movies. Anyway, 2004's Satan's Little Helper. It's a fall horror movie. This is the kind of movie I like to watch with that, fall feeling. We're in fall. Mm. It's basically, the tagline is a naive young boy unknowingly becomes the pawn of a serial killer. He thinks it's Satan. He has a Satan video game. The kid's obsessed with Satan, and the serial killer's just going around killing people with like Halloween themes and setting up their bodies that look like Halloween props and decorations and stuff. It's a cute little movie. That's the way I describe it. It's entry level horror. It's good for about a young 8-9-year-old boy. But it's still a good horror flick, and it has some good moments to it. But like I said, the Jeff Lieberman thing is what drew me to this, and it's a Synapse Films release. I love to support that company. I didn't check out the bonus features. I just watched the movie. 100 minutes, 2004. Looks like there's an audio commentary, behind the scenes featurette, vintage behind the scenes featurette, the making of Satan's Little Helper, filming locations. I don't know where this is shot. It's like a lake town. Looks kind of like Maine, maybe. I don't know. But this does have reverse artwork too. The disc art. It's driving Tony crazy. Do it right. Synapse doesn't always have reverse art. I'm glad they did that. I kind of like their new artwork better. This came with a slip too. I didn't get the slip, but I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's like I said, it's a cute little Halloween movie. If you got people, or if your chicks, it's going to be good chick horror too. It's not super heavy. It's not super violent, and the kid being there, it's like a serial killer with a sidekick. But yeah, anybody seen this one? Alan, did you see this one?
I have not, and I do not have that one yet.
Be a good one to watch with the wife, around this time. It's got that fall feeling.
Yeah.
There is a pretty good slip with this too. I think I know you can still get the slip if you order direct from Synapse. It'll come with the slip, but yeah, good little movie. Looks good, good scan, all that stuff. But yeah, Satan's Little Helper.
Cool.
You'd be surprised the people that are in this. It has actually a pretty strong cast. Right here, what does it say? Catherine Winnick, I believe that is Honey Bunny from Pulp Fiction. Amanda Plummer, she's been in a ton of horror movies. That's this broad here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a good little movie.
I need to check it out, man.
I don't know.
I don't think I own that. I have to check my Savvy Shelf over there. Oh, you said that's Synapse. Okay.
Synapse.
Yeah, I don't think I have that one.
I give it probably a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I only got a few Synapse over there.
If you're looking for a good, fall feel type movie, it's got that.
All right, this next one here, everybody's seen this movie. I've seen it a gazillion times. I've actually watched this movie twice this year. Once for a stream and once because I fucking wanted to. And that's the Good Son.
Oh yeah.
Man, this movie holds up so well. And
the
one thing about this movie
that's the reverse art, right?
Is that reverse art?
Yeah. I think that's the reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you had it better though with the.
Yeah, I kind of like that one better too. But man, this movie really holds up. Of course, you got Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood, both really young in this. But you got to give it to Macaulay Culkin in this, man. He does Home Alone, he does My Girl, and then he does The Good Son.
He does that,
and we're talking about taking a 180. And I kind of respect the dude for that. And he really holds up, man. When he gets creepy in this, he gets really fucking creepy in this. And like he said, there's shooting at animals. I mean, shooting at dogs, shooting at shit with their cats.
Yeah.
And just a couple years ago, he's at Home Alone. He's doing My Girl, which is about which at home I enjoy. I'm sorry. My Girl is so. I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy it. I do, but it's just thick with just sugary, sweet sauciness. It's just it's a movie my wife could watch on repeat, and then turns around and does something like this.
Your wife,
of course, after this, he kind of went downhill.
Your wife with his career. Craig Williams. Your wife and Craig Williams have the exact same taste in movies.
Right. But man, it's a good movie. It's a great thriller. It's directed by what's the dude's name? Joseph Rubin. He did a lot of great thrillers in the 80s and 90s. He directed The Stepfather, which I love. Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts, and Money Train. It's just 3 of the ones he's done around this time. But man, The Good Son, I mean, I just love how this movie holds up, whatever. I don't remember Macaulay Culkin acting as good as he did in this movie is what I remember back in the day. I just remember this being kind of a cool movie to see when I seen it in theaters. But I like it more now than I did back then for some reason.
It's funny that you're saying Macaulay Culkin over and over again. First of all, yeah, because it's definitely Macaulay Culkin's movie. But he's playing opposite Elijah Wood, who has more lines and had a way bigger career than Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, yeah, by far.
It's like you forget Elijah Wood is even in the movie. It's all about Macaulay Culkin's character. He's like a mini serial killer. He keeps trophies and shit. I mean, it's crazy. Dark movie.
Yeah. But just to hear Macaulay Culkin say, "Don't fuck with me," I don't know, man. It's great, man. Yeah, I love it. Like I said, I watched it twice this year. Once I think we were doing maybe a Kino recommendation, and I think this is I know this was on their going out of stock list, whatever on Kino. I don't know if it ever went out of stock. But if you don't have this, you need to pick it up. This is a great release from Kino. Super fun movie. If you've never seen it, definitely you do yourself a service and watch this movie. But if you hadn't seen it in a while, check it out again. Just a great time, man. I love this movie. This is a solid. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Man, it's solid.
Endings in movies, it's very hard to end a movie. That's what I gather that, at least. And I've heard directors. I'm kind of parroting what I've heard some directors say. The ending is kind of the hardest part. Mm-hmm. And if there's ever a movie that nails an ending, it's that movie. I mean, it builds perfectly to that ending, and it's exactly the way it should have ended. I just, it's really underrated and kind of overlooked for some reason.
Yeah, and that's the last movie that he did that didn't bomb until I wrote it down here. 2004, he had a movie called Saved. For the next 11 years after that movie, he had no movie that did well. He didn't do a lot of movies, but everything he did bombed. But whenever Saved, which I have not seen, came out in 2004 or whatever, that one did pretty well at the box office. I don't want to preach to anybody, but I swear to God, you look at like Elijah Wood and you look at Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin. One of them got into drugs, and one of them didn't. If you look at PSA message, you look at Macaulay Culkin. God damn, he looks like a strung out version of Macaulay Culkin, and Elijah Wood looks almost the same. Yeah, it was like a younger version of older, the same face. His face hasn't changed a bit. No, it hasn't changed. Not be 2 inches taller. I'm sure Macaulay Culkin is not hurting with that Home Alone money. That just every December the checks just roll in for royalties from that thing, and the second one too. And you wouldn't know it from the movie, but they became really good friends on set, and they're still good friends to this day. Both of them are. So that's pretty. All right, let's get caught up here. And I did start using this little star thing on the chat here, so you can tell right where you left off at. That's kind of handy. So I like that. Listen, it's been there the whole time. I just noticed it. 200 streams later, we figured it out. We'll be pros here in another couple of years. Yeah. Gizmo, what's going on, buddy? How was the bad guy in Sissy Pops? I'm waiting on mine. It's Axel Henny, who is the lead Nazi. I worked with him many times. Yeah, man, he was good. He was a good bad guy in the movie. Like I said, they all did a fine job. It's just I felt the story was just a little thin. Like I said, I get through with a John Wick movie and I'm tired. It's a ride. And this movie here had that to some extent, but just not like I wanted. But yeah, man, he was good, man. He was solid. Okay, man, saying, is the Daryl movie in any way related to Larry Daryl, my other brother Daryl? Man, you're old, caveman, like me. Yeah, that's from that. Oh, I think it was Newhart, the Bob Newhart show or some shit. That's my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl. Yeah, you stole my joke, caveman. I was going to say that in a minute. That's a Daryl joke. And Wild Wrangler says, I work with a guy named Daryl. Okay. Ken says, love the slipcover for Fatal Games. Can't wait for this release. I'm going to have to grab that, man. I've never seen it. It's a good, it's like 1984, 80s slasher. It's a good one. I mean, it's a typical Vinegar Syndrome release. Yeah. But man, the Daryl thing is what really, it's the same thing with, what's that Paul Verhoeven pervert movie? We talked about it earlier, Showgirls. Remember when Showgirls was coming out and it was just like, oh boy, this VSU is going to be the biggest thing ever. And they're hyping it up and it's a Showgirls. It's like, okay. Like, it could be Killer Clowns. It could be this. It could be that. It could be anything. Yeah. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest title we've ever got. And it's fucking Showgirls. And it says, I do want to check out Satan's Little Helper. Sounds like a fun movie. Dude, I think you would like it, man. If you like Spirit Halloween and that kind of stuff, I think you would like it. It'd be a good one for you and Allie to check out. Brian says, Satan's Little Helper is cute. It's ridiculous. Some of the kills in it worth quite a few laughs, even though that kid is a shit actor. Yeah, there's no good kid actors. I mean, really. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a cute little movie. Hey, there you go. Right there. Yeah, both of them did good. All right. So the kid actor in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You remember the kid actor that gives Leonardo DiCaprio the notes on his performance? Oh yeah. She was good. Reed said, "Never seen The Good Son, but always hear about the B scene." No, the B scene.
That's my girl.
I think he's being a smartass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. How's he going to be able to see without his glasses? Craig somewhere fucking sobbing, just thinking about it.
Gizmo says, "Finally have time to organize my collection. I had a stroke every time I've been close to my man cave, knowing everything is just a mess." Yeah, Gizmo just moved to his new place to get situated. Yes, but I like organizing shit, man. I know when we got the shelf built, it sucked taking everything off the shelf. It was fun to organize things back on the shelf.
Yeah,
you know, my OCD gets happy. Chris says, "Evil children films are awesome and disturbing."
Killer kid movies. Yep.
Okay, it's a true story. I worked with a guy named Daryl. Wasn't the brightest. Put milk crates under his rear axle. Lifted the rear wheel 1 inch off the ground. Very thankful he hit the brake before shifting to reverse. Say it again.
Meanwhile,
Brian says, "Not to mention his character in Good Son drowned his real life brother in the film, and attempted to kill his real life sister in it. What a nice family those Culkins."
He tried to drown them both. He tried to drown the second one too.
It goes dark, man. There's some dark moments in that.
Don't spoil it, asshole.
Brian said, "Macaulay Culkin and Edward Furlong have the same drug dealer, and you can tell."
Dude, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Like Macaulay Culkin could have had a big career. I think he could have been like a Ryan Gosling, if he would have took care of himself, and he could have, and continued on. Ryan Gosling was a kid actor too. I think he could have been of that if he would just taken care of himself, and he didn't. Clearly.
I mean, Edward Furlong was in fucking T2.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker was asked in an interview about 2 years ago that I seen, "What do you got coming up?" He says, "I just bought a new Xbox game. I'm going to be playing a lot of Xbox." I'm going, Jesus Christ. I can't sleep in 9 days.
Yeah.
Holland says, "Did Elijah ever get to visit Neverland Ranch?"
Yeah, probably. Well, Macaulay Culkin went there a million times, and he never got messed with, apparently.
Yeah. We're saying, "Hey, Gizmo." Brian says, "Roadhouse is still the best VSU, with Sidekicks being second place for me." Yeah, Roadhouse is, that's definitely number one for me too.
Yeah, far and away.
Gizmo says, "Showgirl sold out." Told you.
Well, every VSU sells out.
Yeah, eventually they do. Then they come out with the standard release.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of idiots out there like me, whatever, that buys all the VSUs blindly. Luckily they only do like one a year, I think it is. Maybe
one
two.
Or
I guess 2 a year. 2 years so far. 2 this year. Chris says, "Blade in the Dark" is a great release from VS as well. I still haven't got that yet. Is that box is that box sold out?
If it was sold, if it wasn't, it was close to selling out. If you need one, I've got one. I don't give a shit. The standard edition's fine with me.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it to see if I wanted to grab it or not.
It's a good Italian horror movie, but I know how you feel about Italian horror movies, so probably a good idea to
stream. There's one or two I like.
$36 on it.
Magic Hand says, "Any guess about the Vinegar Syndrome secret releases?"
Dude, there's no point in guessing anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea now.
Listen, this last time when I heard Paramount, first time ever to 4K, I'm not embarrassed to say what I thought it might be. At least I hoped it would be the Blair Witch Project on 4K for the first time on a VSU. Yeah. And
I would have been.
It's a Paramount title. It's never had a 4K. And they're spending that type of money right now. Right. So, and if that happened, haters aside, that would be their biggest selling and fastest selling release ever.
Yeah. All right, I'll give them some Magic Hands. Yes, it will be the Terminator and Brain Dead on 8K. Yeah, I hope 8K don't come out. I really do. Wrangler, Gizmo says, "No, only 3 VSUs have sold out."
That's not accurate. Every VSU is sold out. Every single one. The standard editions are still available, but the limited edition box set, they've also.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought all the VSUs were sold out as well. Whatever. Then they come out with the standard edition. I know that Beastmaster sold out. As far as I know, every one of them sold out.
I don't think
Showgirls are sold out too.
I don't think it. I know it.
So.
Whatever. Well, this is not in order, but the third one of the 5.
Yeah, mine ain't in the kind of order either. They're in a stack. That's my order.
Is from 1993. This is a rare Kino upgrade to 4K. They don't normally do re-releases, but it's a needful things. Like I said, 1993 takes place in a fictional Maine town, Castle Rock. The the town that Stephen King uses is a Stephen King adaptation. Really strong, man. Crime drama from back in the day. No reverse art, but the insert art is different than the slip, which I like. I did not wait for a sale, but I used a credit to get it, but still, I paid full price for it. This is $17.99 in the Kino sale. I wholeheartedly recommend it. If you can get $50 for the free shipping, grab this. It's got the TV cut on it, the 3 hour and 8 minute TV cut on it, which if you like the theatrical cut, the TV cut is just more of it without cursing. So that's the difference. They put back in all of the deleted scenes. But basically the devil comes to Castle Rock, opens up a store called Needful Things, and basically gets favors from people in lieu of cash. And he just wreaks havoc on the town. And it's a lot of fun. He's having a blast. I love the interwoven story and everything. It holds up pretty well. Again, another fall movie, takes place in fall. Again, I get to see a lot. That happen a lot. I watch a lot of fall movies in fall. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this movie. I know Alan's seen it. If anybody hasn't seen this, I recommend a blind buy. You know, you have great performances. Ed Harris there. The guy who plays Happy, I can't remember his fucking name. Who is that guy that plays Happy? The slime ball. He plays Happy in Blue Chips, but I can't think of his name. What is his name? He's been in about a million things. JT Walsh. JT
Oh,
Walsh.
yeah, the fucker from fucking Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Yeah.
He's great. He's great in everything.
The hairy arms.
Yeah, big time 90s staple. And yeah, man, it's really holds up. And yeah, check it out.
Yeah, me and the first one I seen that in theaters, man. That was a good time. I've seen that movie many times.
Yeah, it's the TV cut's good. The TV cut, I would say, is on Blu-ray, and the quality is not near as good as the 4K theatrical cut. I wish they were both on 4K, but you can't have everything, you know. Especially for the price point. If you're getting that for $17.99, that's a good deal. It still comes with a slip on Kino's website.
Great slip too, by the way.
Yep.
I like that image. The next one that I watched, movie from 1993, and that's Tom Cruise in The Firm. The 30th anniversary 4K here. Man, the movie looks great on 4K. I hadn't seen this movie in it's probably been 15 years or more since I've seen it last. I used to watch it all the time back in the day, seeing this one in theaters also. Was a big John Grisham fan back in the day. This is based on one of his books. This is like one of his first books that came out to a movie. They had like a long run after this, quite a few others. But man, this movie here is an adrenaline ride from the beginning to end. Well, I won't say the beginning to end. I'd say after about the first 15 minutes to build up the story a little bit. But once things start going and Tom Cruise starts kind of freaking out a little bit, you get a lot of Tom Cruise running in this. You get a lot of Tom Cruise being, you know, this is kind of like a precursor to fucking Mission Impossible. You know, because Tom Cruise runs like no other.
There's nobody that does
right. And he does a lot of that in this movie.
The hand movement.
This is
the hand movements
ride,
cut the wind. The hand movement cut the wind so he can go through. He breaks the wind with his hands. You see. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. Directed by Sidney Pollack. You got a great cast of this: Tom Cruise, Jenny Triplehorn, Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman's great in fucking everything. I love Gene Hackman. He's so old he don't make movies anymore. Hadn't for years. I love Gene Hackman in this. Hal Holbrook, whatever, another great actor. Holly Hunter and Gary Busey. Gary Busey's only in this for maybe 5 minutes, maybe less than 5 minutes. But when he's on, anytime Gary Busey's on the screen, he fucking kills him. I love Gary Busey. I love him to death. I like him even more now. But man, he is so good in this. He's on every time I watch this movie, and I forgot that I hadn't seen this in so long. Whatever, I forgot that he was in this, and I seen his name come up in the opening credits. I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Gary Busey's in this," and I remember the scene. And the scene's great. If you haven't seen it, just watch it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Very quick, but it's effective. Julio Iglesias, you know what I'm talking about. He's such a smart ass. But this movie here, you got a young lawyer who joins a prestigious Memphis law firm, only to discover that it's a sinister dark side. And this law firm is majorly fucked up. They deal with, like, you know, the hardened criminals, you know, the mafia, really, you know, black market kind of shit, whatever, you know. And you pretty much, once you join the firm, you're part of the family forever. It's like joining the fucking mafia.
It's like joining the mob. He's like really highly touted, you know, prospect coming out of law school, and he gets recruited to all these major law firms. But this little Memphis law firm was willing to pay him triple the salary to come start. He goes down there and visits, and Yeah,
they say all the right thing. They they kiss him in the ear, give him the houses, give him the money, and just everything. They say all the right things, and they pull him in, and within days he realizes he's fucked up.
Well, the thing is too that it's another good point. The Memphis thing, they make it in the movie. There's no state income tax, so you can go be a lawyer in New York all you want, but your money will go a lot further here. A couple million here is like 20 million in New York.
And another thing about this release here, but this 4K looked really, really good. And I hadn't seen this movie in a while, so I didn't compare it to a Blu-ray or anything like that. I don't think I have the Blu-ray of this. But man, if you haven't seen The Firm in a while, if you're a fan of these type of movies here, if you've never seen The Firm, it's not really so much a legal thriller as it is just a fucking thriller.
Yeah.
He's an attorney, he's a lawyer, whatever, so you think this is going to be just like a law drama. It has aspects of that, but it's more of just a straight out thriller.
It's not
it's a fun ass movie, though.
It's not a lot of time in the courtroom, like you would think. And
it holds up really well. Like I said, I hadn't seen it in 15 years plus, probably 20 years, but it definitely holds up.
You left out
not much of a, if you're into soundtracks, they ain't much of a soundtrack. There's pretty much a little piano riff they play throughout the whole fucking movie. It ain't much of a soundtrack.
Yeah.
But it's a fun movie, man.
The only part that I would add is my favorite character in the whole movie is Wilford Brimley as the Muscle.
Yeah. I should have said more about that. I didn't put him in the list of credits. Yeah, he's great in this.
Yeah.
And why would you pick him to be the Muscle? He has got this creepy face.
He's evil.
Yeah,
it's not about the size of the presentation. You just know this motherfucker has cut up bodies before, and he will do anything to get it done.
At the age he is, he's not really the one that's he's not gonna cut up the bodies anymore. He's gonna make sure they get cut up.
Yeah, he's gonna be very efficient.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I didn't mention him. But he's one of the greatest parts of the movie. I didn't put him in my list of cast there. I mean, he's great, man. Diabetes, he's awesome.
We got Wilford Brimley, who's 5'7", 73 years old, is our heavy. That's the head of the henchman.
but it works, man. Until
it works.
There's one scene in the movie where he has to be a little active when he's kind of chasing after Tom Cruise, and you realize this is not the right guy for the job. No. They could have probably cast that better. But on the other side of the coin, they cast it great because I enjoy the character. But as far as sitting there talking to somebody with his face, he's menacing as hell. So yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, man. I'd have been sad later if that wouldn't have got mentioned. All right. Chris says, I think I already read that one. Deppet mentioned it might be a Michael Mann release.
Yeah, The Keep. A lot of people, that was going around too. It is what it is.
Gizmo saying the Six String Samurai and Sidekicks are not sold out. All right. We'll research that on later time. Warren says Evil Things have not seen that since the 1990s. Yeah, I mean that's probably
Six String Samurai. That was their first VSU.
No, Beastmaster I think was the first VSU. Six String Samurai was the second one.
When the hell did that come out? 3 years ago, and they still have the limited edition, the hard box, the whole bit.
Yeah, Six String Samurai was the second one, I believe. I want to say it was. I'm pretty sure Beastmaster was the first. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Beastmaster was the first one. And I think Six String was the second one. I got Six String total blind by. I still ain't fucking watch that movie because every time somebody mentions it, they say it's garbage.
Yeah.
And so I just haven't got around to watching it yet. But it's a fucking cool box. It's like the House of Turd in it. Yeah, Evil Things have not seen that since the 90s.
It's worth a rewatch, man. It does hold up.
Craig, what's this Pops? What's going on, Craig? I love the Stat Oakmont shirt. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. I love that fucking movie. So I had to grab the shirt. Brad actually sent me the link to another shirt, and I was going to get that one. Honestly, that didn't have my size. Or it didn't, something about it didn't like, so I found another one.
Yeah, at the bottom, it said
Stratton. This was also cheaper, too.
I think it said Stratton Oakmont. At the bottom, it said, like, Pride. I don't remember what it was. It was like, it was three things that don't represent the brand at all.
Yeah, I walked in Ryan's house. Me and my son went down to watch the Falcons game at Ryan's house, whatever, and walked in and he seen my shirt. He said, fuck. And I think he went and ordered him one.
Of course. Come on. What's this thing doing?
Later, Craig. Caveman says, Furlong was pretty good in Detroit Rock City. Yes, he was good in American History X. I have not seen Detroit Rock City in so fucking long. I need to rewatch that. Brian was telling me he got a Detroit Rock City shirt the other day, and maybe think I need to rewatch that movie. I've heard it mentioned in a few different streams, and I remember very little about that. So I definitely need to watch that again. Chubb, what's going on, man? Hey there, everybody. Everybody say hey to Chubbs. Yeah, long time the firm. Hadn't seen it in a long time. Yeah, holds up, man. I was surprised how well it held up. I was kind of worried it was going to be one of those movies I remember being great, but it really held up. Wild Wrangler, do you have Instagram? He said no Instagram, caveman. Mr. Beat Club.
Mr. Beat Club.
Who is the Wilford Brimley character in Yellowstone? No, he's not in Yellowstone.
I don't know anything about.
Yeah, I don't think he's in Yellowstone. The Sixth String is the second one. Yep. Craig says, I think it's time you both get the fuck off my boat.
Yeah.
Jetstream 64K, what's going on, man?
Yep.
Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, Detroit Rock City is a great time. Yeah, I need to rewatch it again, Brian. I seen your shirt that got me thinking about it.
I'd like to see a new release of that too. I think
is there a physical? I mean, a nice physical release to that, or we?
I think there's an out of print Blu-ray, but I heard it was coming back into print. That's a fun movie.
Alice says Detroit Rock City is such a fun watch, especially if you're a member of the Kiss Army. Oh, Ali, you know I like Kiss. I grew up on that shit. One of the bands I did not see in concert, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wilbert Brimley equals Mr. Beat Club.
Yeah.
Anyone see Evil Judgment from Vinegar Syndrome?
I haven't seen that one.
I have not. All right, I'm going to mark the chat right there, and we'll move on to our next one. I'm going to say it's a little thing, but if you ever done a live stream, find that star. It helps. There's nothing worse when you got a lot of people in the chat, whatever, which don't get me wrong, I love the chat being busy, but it's hard to find where you left off at. So I like that star.
The fourth one was Old Boy from 2003. I just got this in a couple weeks ago. I've been meaning to rewatch it, looking for a 4K. I'm sure there's a deluxe edition and all this other stuff. This is good for me. After being kidnapped and imprisoned for 15 years, Ode Sue is released, only to find he must find his captor in 5 days. You know, everybody's seen this movie. It's a revenge thriller. This is the movie that put Korean movies on the map. This is the reason people care about Korean movies. A really, really strong movie. Great little Arrow release here, including disc 2, which is Old Days, an Old Boy story. Feature-length 2016 documentary from about the movie. But yeah, the other disc is also loaded. Yeah, everybody's kind of seen this. I really like the over-the-top stuff with him eating the fucking octopus live on the live octopus right on camera. There, some of the CGI, there's very little CGI in this, but it looks terrible in 4K. Like there's a sequence where he has a knife in his back as he's fighting like 20 guys, and that looks really bad in 4K. But other than that, man, I got no complaints with this. It still holds up. It's still a fun, it's everything that you've seen before with this. But I if anybody hasn't seen it, I really can't talk about it because of the spoilers. You don't want this thing spoiled for you. You don't want to know anything about it. You just want to go into it blind. But if you like these kind of action revenge thrillers, you'll love this thing. This is a blast. There is an English dub, so you don't have to read subtitles if you don't want to. I watched the English dub, and there's 2 sets of subtitles. There's obviously one for the Korean and one for the English dub, and it's just a blast, and it's not dated somehow. Asian technology seems to be far ahead of us over here. So even though this is 2003, if you told me it was made yesterday, it would they're using older phones, but that's about it, man. It's just like I said, it's one I've had on DVD, Blu-ray, and now 4K, and it's kind of one of those ones I think everybody kind of needs in their collection. Some of it is a little too weird, like some of the hypnosis stuff, but the remake's also fun. But yeah, Old Boy, just felt like watching it. Sure, it may be fall. I don't know what the hell's going on over in Korea.
Fuck, it was fall. We'll make it fall.
But yeah, this is a premier Korean movie and really premier Asian movie. But yeah, Old Boy. You seen Old Boy, Alan?
Long time ago. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I'm a fan of the movie.
I don't know if there's a deluxe edition of that or not from Arrow. I don't remember when this even came out, honestly. But it's been on my radar for a while to get.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will do a limited crazy edition of that if they haven't already.
I'm sure there's probably 1 or 2 out there. There's got to be. Pretty popular fluke. All right, this one here, I wanted to knock off an A24 movie. I got all the A24s, and I've watched about maybe half of them, maybe a little more. But this is one I really wanted to watch. Whatever, I just watched Gone Girl recently for a stream, and never seen this. So I watched this. I actually watched this today. Dark Places with I always say her fucking name wrong.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. So it's a solid little movie. Whatever, it's not bad. Have you seen this, Brad?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
It's not as good as Gone Girl.
Yeah,
not Gone Girl, whatever, but it's by a long stretch. But it's got its charms to it. There's a lot of flashbacks back and forth. Basically, she had a trauma when she was a kid. Her family was. This is all kind of in the opening shot. I'm not going to spoil anything, but her family was murdered. She was the only survivor. She was a young girl, and she's pretty much spent her life, whatever, trying to track down and try to figure out who the killer really was. Her brother is in prison for the murders. But you learn throughout the film who did it, who didn't do it, or whatever. It's like it's pretty good story. It goes back and forth. The acting's pretty good in it. She's pretty good in this. This is the second movie I've seen her in where she kind of plays a kind of a unattractive, kind of downtrodden, poor white trash, whatever. And she's one of the hottest women in show business, I think. And it's kind of weird seeing her do that. She does it well. What's the other movie she was in? Monster, I think it was.
Monster.
And she's homely as hell in that.
Yeah.
She's hard to look at in that. It bothers me how bad she's hard to look at in that. But yeah, she does a good job in this. I was very, very pleased with her performance, whatever. The movie kind of drags a little bit. It's not as, it's not as enjoyable as Gone Girl, but it was a fun movie. I liked it. I said, it's an A24. I think it's a pretty solid A24 release, whatever. It's directed by a guy named Nicholas Hoult, Hoult. He did Warm Bodies, Fury Road. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's that guy started the movie. Let me back up here. Directed by Gilles Paquette-Brenner. It's based on a book by Gillian Flynn, obviously one of the Gone Girl. It stars Charlize Theron and Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult was the guy that played in Warm Bodies and also the fucking What a Lovely Day guy from Fury Road. He was really good in this. He was really good in this. He's the leader of this. They call it the Kill Club, I think it is. And basically it's a group of fucking nerds that get together and they're like a true crime kind of group, whatever, that try to solve crimes and talk about old cases, unsolved cases, shit like that. And this is the one that they were putting all their energy into. And she was hard up on money, and they basically offered her money to come in and kind of talk to them one-on-one about her experiences and talk about the case. Just a bunch of nerds in the room wanting to get her in the room to kind of pick her brain. And that's kind of how the movie starts off, and it kind of goes from there. And she kind of is trying to move on, but she goes back and decides to really start looking at the evidence. She was a young girl. Yeah. And like I said, it's got a pretty cool story. It's just, I ain't going to say it wasn't delivered well, but there's times it drug a little bit. Times I kind of got bored a little bit, but for the overall, I thought the ending was okay. I liked it. I'll give it a solid. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, it's pretty good watch. Whatever. If you like Gone Girl, if you're a fan of this author, you've never seen this movie, check it out. It's not bad. Not a bad film. But not. I was hoping for more. To be honest.
Yeah. So Alan just rated it. I plan on rating all those. 3 out of 5. Needful Things.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 for Old Boy. And by the way, this does have reverse art. I've never seen anybody really show it because it's not great. But there's the reverse art for Old Boy. The new Arrow art's, to me, better. Even with the rating code.
Oh, yeah, the Arrow art's much better on that.
This is interesting. Inside the Arrow release, they put a little advertisement in, inside, stuff like this. But this is what was interesting to me. Day of the Beast, which is a Severin 4K inside an Arrow box. So I don't know if they're maybe doing their own release or what's going on.
You would think.
Maybe they're doing the director of Day of the Beast box set or something.
Maybe. I was caught up on the chat here. Left off here. I ain't gonna say it again, but I do like that story. Craig says, once October hits, Scream Factory will announce their December titles. Black Christmas 06, Remake 4K, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 4K. I hope these happen. So those are not official announcements. That is Craig sitting over there making his Christmas list, looking in the Sears catalog, toy section, making his wish list for Christmas. Chris says, and by the way, all you young kids out there, back in the day before we had the World Wide Web, We had the Sears fucking catalog, and that's how we made our Christmas list. I guess y'all wonder what the fuck I'm talking about. So I could hear the crickets in the fucking chat.
They're like, what?
The fuck's talking about Sears? What's Sears? Yeah. Old Boy is amazing. This Texas. Ken Carlson says to Craig, Dead Zone 4K is definitely one of the December Scream Factory titles.
I bet so. I mean, come on. The Cronenberg.
Chris says, oh, that's the must 4K Ken Scissor death scene.
Scissor suicide.
You love Dead Zone, says Wild Wrangler. The slasher dude, yeah, Dead Zone 4K is day one, but would love Silent Night, Deadly Night 4K as well. We're going to end up getting all of them.
I mean, they got the license. You know they're all about
it's going to happen eventually.
It'll happen.
Reed says, Old Boy or I Saw the Devil. Curious what I should watch first.
Old Boy.
Yeah, but watch I Saw the Devil shortly after.
I Saw the Devil is one of the top 3 Korean films ever. So, I mean, you know, Old Boy to me is the best of all the Korean movies, but fucking I Saw the Devil is right there.
I need to rewatch Old Boy before I make my decision on that, whatever. Because I've watched I Saw the Devil a few times, a lot more recently.
I Saw the Devil it's a little more limited. It's a lot more limited than Old Boy. Old Boy's got a lot going on. There's martial arts and all kinds of crazy shit going on. It's funny too, action, and it's dark.
Yeah, it gets real dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them can. Spicy, I Saw the Devil was more normal.
More normal?
Hey, Holland.
Fucking 2 hours of torture?
Trina, what's going on, man? Brad burned that remake of Old Boy.
Dude, I like the remake. I think the remake is not as good as the original, but I like that remake. It's a lot of fun, man.
Everybody saying, hey, the Trini. Everybody likes Trini joining us. All right, let's see. Yeah, Wild Rain was asking if Texas is staying cool. Okay, this says Old Boy sounds like the Jet Li movie with the Roger Rabbit detective.
You're thinking of Danny the Dog or Unleashed. Same movie, different title. It's not anything like that.
Yeah, Texas says, hey Wrangler, yeah, doing my best, my friend. Yep. It's been hot over here too, man. It's been rough. Nice this weekend though. I have to say. Actually, when I went to work on Friday, walked outside, and says, "Damn, it's actually kind of nice out here." I'm in Florida, so I mean, humidity's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes, it's bad. All right, there's a name I haven't seen here before. Look, Sigma, have you watched the new movie No One Will Save You? And if you have, what's your thoughts? I have not yet.
Not heard of it.
Yeah, I have to look up a trailer for that when we get off here in a bit. I would definitely check that out. How about you, Brad? You haven't seen it? Or
Nope, never. I haven't heard of it before that.
Brian says Nicholas Hoult was great in Renfield too. Yeah, still haven't seen
Renfield
yet.
Yeah, Renfield looks good. I haven't seen it either.
I enjoyed him in this, man. He's a good actor, man. I like him. Gizmo says Gills did a much better movie called Sarah's Key. I liked it a lot of a different take on a movie from the Second World War and the Holocaust. You haven't seen that one. Wild Wrangler says, y'all seen the Eternal Daughter 2022 Gothic A24?
No, but A24, eventually I'll watch it.
Yeah. Did they get a physical release? Because if it did, I either got it or I need to get it. I think I have it back there. I'll look it up in a minute. Y'all don't want to see me look at my phone. Sears got cool toys back in the day, Pops. Yeah, man. First thing you do is you go straight to the back because the front had all the women's underwear, and you did that a few years later.
Yeah.
You got the women's underwear and all that bullshit, the tools. You go to the very back, the back 30 pages with nothing but fucking toys, and you would circle all the shit you wanted. That was our fucking Amazon back in the day.
Sold everything but food. Anything you can think of, they sold it.
Everything
but food.
Yeah, Sears was pretty much the Walmart Amazon back in the day.
Yeah, what it was. Yeah, guns, whatever you wanted, they had it at Sears. Yeah. A fucking cherry picker to pull an engine out of your car. Anything you could think of, it was there.
Right, so that Sears catalog when I was a kid was a huge bitch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a big deal. Alice says, No One Will Save Me was excellent. I highly recommend it.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, every recommendation Ali's given me so far I've enjoyed, so I'll definitely check that out. Sears or JCPenney's catalog, bra section was all a 12-year-old boy had to look forward to back then. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah. Unless you get your hand on a Hustler, then, you
yeah.
Just throw that fucking Sears catalog in the fucking trash. But, yeah, I feel you, caveman. Chris has got to get back to work. Everyone have a great night. All right,
Take it
Chris.
easy, Chris.
Have a good night, buddy. Hey, Alice says Renfield is such a fun time. I saw it in theaters and really enjoyed it, especially Ben Schwartz's character. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. All right, we're going to go and throw up our last pick here. What you got for us, Brad?
Well, pick. I'm not,
Pick
you know.
what we watched is a habit.
Yeah,
What's your number one?
Yeah, what's your number one? These are not
Yeah, it's a habit.
recommendations. Yeah, some of them are. This is definitely not a recommendation because I have met exactly 0 people that liked it. And that's not for lack of trying on my part because I have sent this movie to a lot of people. It's an RLJE release. Big fan of that company. I love their little releases. Usually have decent special features and all that stuff. Come with a slip. This is 2018. Standoff at Sparrow Creek. I watch this about every fall. It's a fall movie. A former cop turned Michigan militiaman investigates a shooting, mass killing at a police's funeral. And it's about, you don't get a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of story to it. Basically, this Michigan militia group, you know, they get word that, and they can hear gunfire, you know, all over, you know, from their vantages in town, that a police funeral was shot up, bombed, and attacked by an armed assailant who disappeared in the woods. Michigan is known for their militias. It's kind of assumed that it was a anti-government Michigan militiaman, and they are the closest militia. So they go and meet. There was only 6 guys. I believe it's 6 guys that have access. 6, maybe 7. I can't. I've seen this movie 1,000 times. I can't tell you if it was 7 or 6. I think it's 7. Only 7 men had access to the firearms. Of course, they have firearms consistent with the ones used, bombs and stuff that were consistent with the ones used in the attack. So they're trying to figure out amongst them who did it. That's the whole movie. It's a thriller. It's apparently extremely dull and terrible. That's all I hear about it. But I fucking loved it. I was a total blind watch for me. It's exactly my kind of movie, real gritty, grimy type, you know, thriller. But yeah, I can't recommend this to anybody because the track record is terrible for recommendations. This movie is known for its soundtrack. The score is excellent. What do you?
He even sent us free copies of that. He even sent us free copies. You got to watch this.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of these for like $3 or $4 a piece, and just you know, like I would make Hamilton orders, and I was like, I'll throw another copy of this in, you know, and send it to Ryan. Ryan is from Michigan. So, you know, I figured I haven't heard from Ryan. Maybe he liked it. I don't know, but he's from Michigan. He will get what's good about this movie. But yeah, man, I can't spoil it, but it, you know, it is what you think it is. It's them trying to figure it out. I just thought it was really interesting and really inventive. First time director, Henry Dunham. I hope he does a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's going to be a fall watch for me for a good while at least. This is what kind of drew me to it. You know, it's the same production company that did Bone Tomahawk, which I loved. This is nothing like Bone Tomahawk at all. But yeah, if you're into grimy kind of whodunit type, you know, thriller, whatever. But I've known people like this that were, you know, in these type of groups, and they don't fuck around. It's intense. At least it was for me. But yeah, you can get this movie on Hamilton Books for probably $4. If you're not into slow stuff, Craig, don't fucking buy this. I could have sent Craig a copy. Craig, looking at that cover, goes, "Oh, I might like that. He's a gun freak." Craig, you will not like this. I can tell you now. It's like you will not get 10 minutes into this without passing out. It's very slow, melodic, and methodical. But yeah, that's.
And I was shit on this soundtrack. That movie makes this look like a John Williams score.
There's just ominous. There's like ominous tones and stuff in the background.
I'm sitting there going, the entire time trying to stay awake. All right.
Yeah. By the way, I'll rate it 4 stars.
Okay.
Great little release. Good little bonus features, no reverse artwork. But yeah, I love RLJE and I love their little movies.
Yeah, and Brad don't give 5 out of 5. He don't give 100%. So 4 is a high score.
I'm hoping for a 5. one day.
All right, so I was on A24 kick. I watched another A24 movie recently, and that is The Black Coat's Daughter.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed the hell out of this, man. I've been wanting to see it for a while. I knew that a lot of people enjoyed this film. A lot of people always said that was great. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while. I finally said, fuck, I need to break down and watch this, and I'm glad I did. It was the director was Oz Perkins, which this was his first film. I don't know anything about him, but this is his first film. The premise of the movie: got two girls must battle mysterious evil force when they get left behind at their boarding school over winter break. And that synopsis really doesn't give it credit for how creepy this fucking movie is. I'm going to tell y'all a story about this movie, and this creeped me the fuck out. Now y'all pay attention. This is pretty fucked up.
Story time with Alan.
I'm sitting there watching this movie. It's late at night, and my fucking dog is in the other room. We have a golden doodle, just a fucking little house dog. In the other fucking room. It's the first creepy scene. If you've seen the movie, right, bro?
Yeah.
First creepy scene when the girl is going downstairs. She looks through the little fucking peephole. She sees somebody in front of the fire pit on her knees doing some weird bowing shit.
Yeah.
It's that creepy ominous scene where you have the music going on. You hear the voices kind of in the background. I always have subtitles. So you always can tell when there's, even if you can barely hear it, the subtitles will tell you when there's voices. And as soon as that part happened, my dog comes into the room, sits down in front of the TV and stares at the TV. Just stares there. And I'm looking at the dog and I'm listening. And it added that extra fucking layer of what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
As soon as that scene ended and all that sound was gone, she walked out of the room.
Oh, God.
I went, all right. About 30 minutes later, it happened again. She came back into the room. She sat down, watched the TV, and left immediately after the scene was over. Like I said, it fucked me up a little bit because it was late at night. Your house talks to you sometime late at night watching a scary movie by yourself in the dark. It was a little fucked up. That being said, it's a solid movie. It's a creepy movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's a slow burn. God damn, it's a slow burn. But to me, it's a slow burn. I felt it paid off. Yeah, man, I'm a fan of this one, man. This was with A24. Even though I'm a fan of a lot of the A24s that I've watched, whatever. I'm gonna put Hereditary up there as being the best.
Yeah,
this is not Hereditary, but this is going to be. This movie can see Hereditary from where it's at. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a slow burn, man, but it's effective. Creepy as hell, eerie as hell. What's the guy's name? James Remmer's in this. Remmer, is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
Dexter's dad. Most people probably know him as Dexter's dad. He's great in everything he's in. He's great in this as well. Lauren Holly plays his wife. She has a smaller role, but she has one nice scene in the movie. Yeah, man, it's creepy as hell, man. It's like, it's all I can really say about it without ruining this movie. But go check it out if you haven't seen it, if you're a fan of this kind of stuff. It's not an action thriller by no means. It's definitely a slow burn horror movie, a creepy movie, kind of a devil worshiping movie kind of deal. Yeah, man, it's a solid A24.
Yeah, they worship around the wood furnace like that. But I can just imagine your fucking golden doodle coming in the room, head to toe in Falcons gear.
Well, she wasn't in her jersey. Yeah, my wife dresses my dog up. Okay, she dressed up in Falcons jersey on game day.
My wife does it.
But I'm just saying, I'm sitting there and I look over. The dog comes in the room and sits there, just looks at the fucking TV, and then walks out when it's done.
Yeah,
it's sometimes your dog will come in and just stare at something in the ceiling and just stare at like, what the fuck are you looking at?
This is gonna shock you. I've never had a pet in my life, so I have no idea how they behave.
If you had ever experienced that, trust me. Anybody in the chat, let me know if that's ever happened before. So I had a fucking dog. I used to live in the middle of the fucking woods when I first got married to my first wife. We lived in the fucking woods on like a little quarter acre, and the neighborhood had not been developed yet. So at night out there was us and the fucking crickets. That was it.
Yeah.
And the dog we had then would go to the fucking window and just sit there, do everything but beg, but just look out the fucking window and like just to nothingness. And it was some creepy shit in the middle.
What are you seeing there? And it's probably a squirrel in the dark.
It's probably a squirrel, but it could be the spawn of Satan. You don't think it could be one or the other.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
When I lived in I've lived in rural properties before, and I lived on the compound in Tennessee that I owned. Weird stuff out there happened. There was a weird like light array in the woods, that was going on. I'm like, I'm not going over there, whatever it is, and I had acreage and all that stuff. But like weird stuff would happen. Like a fox would just walk up to you, like walk straight up to you. Like, and foxes don't do that. Armadillos just walk straight up to you. Like it's like they're so used. They've never seen people before in this type of thing. Is my guess. Or either that, or I'm that harmless.
Or they're fucking rabid. Normally, the motherfuckers come up to you. You want to get away from them.
Well, this armadillo just strolling up like it owns the place.
Yeah. But I tell you what, man, I said I don't want to spoil the movie, but if you've seen the movie, I know you've seen it, Brad. If you've seen the movie, the scene where I was completely fucking invested, and I won't give any context to it, whatever, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. The girl's laying in the fucking bed, and when she fucking curls in half, you know, I mean, and I'm going, okay, now you got my fucking attention.
Yeah.
Now you got me. I'm hooked. Let's go. What you got for me?
Let's see what's left of this.
Yeah, it's my kind of movie, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So, definitely my kind of movie. All right. Yeah, we said that one there. Be my star there. Holland says, hey, Trini, and hey to everybody. And Caveman said you could buy a house from Sears.
Yeah, okay. You could. You could order a house and they deliver it.
Which hey, back and forth. Gizmo says, Pops, would you put Dirty Dancing as a comedy or a drama? If you had to choose, give me an answer because my brain is blowing up here. Gizmo, that's not a movie that I watch very, very fucking often. I have seen it. I think it's probably I think it's more a comedy than a drama. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's Dirty Dancing. You know, it's Patrick Swayze. I'm watching this movie and I wish I was watching Birdhouse. So I don't know, man. I ain't got an answer for you. Maybe somebody in the chat can help you out. But I would say it leans more towards a comedy, romance kind of deal, rom-com kind of deal. And so the standoff at Sperry Creek was very good. Excellent performances all the way around.
See, but that's biased. He's a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
You know, I sent Anthony a copy too. But he's a Michigan guy and pretty easy to please. Yeah. You know, so it's hard to.
Well, I'm easy to please.
Yeah. Alan
so maybe Alec can help. Yeah.
I watched it in 3 settings, and I don't know what I watch, and I don't care what I watch.
I think when you asked me what I thought, whatever, I said, well, I had to keep fucking rewinding it because I kept fucking falling asleep.
What the hell was this?
Holland says, I know Brad Pitt saw that movie. I will watch it eventually.
If you're into slow, very slow movies, I didn't find it that slow, but everybody else does. So it's clearly me. I totally accept that. But for $4, if I give it a shot.
And while Randall says, Gizmo, how's the baby and mom doing? Yeah, so it's definitely drama, Gizmo.
That's the person.
There you go.
Alan,
yeah, definitely Alan would be a better person to ask than me for sure.
Alan,
while Randall says, creeps me out, Pops.
Alan, what's the Teletubbies about?
Yeah,
who the fuck knows? Who cares?
No, that's a horror, is what that is. That's a fucking horror. This is creepy
drug movies or drug as a drug show.
You know, luckily my kids don't went into them fuckers very long, but yeah, that's some creepy shit. Wild Wrangler says, creep me out, Pop. Yeah. No doubt, man. The Black Coat's Daughter was such an unexpected surprise for me. Really enjoyed that one. Yeah, man, that's a good one. Not a lot of dialogue, man. Just a lot of creepy, a lot of creepy scenes. Never saw The Black Coat's Daughter. Check it out, man. I think you'll like it. Wild Wrangler says, baby is doing fine, Wrangler. Baby is fine. Where are you? Red with Arnold voice. Yeah, I'm not going to read with Arnold voice because I got the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation ever. Alex says, I have a fun fact for you, Alan. The director of The Black Coat's Daughter, Oz Perkins, is the son of Anthony Perkins. Oh, no wonder I fucking liked it. Wow, I appreciate it there, Alan. That's good to know. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't pick that up when I was doing my research a little bit. I really didn't research these. I took a few notes. I remember the dates that he was in it, whatever. That's about it.
That's part of the whole point of this stream. It's just jump on, grab some titles.
Yeah.
Go over them.
And normally I got pages. Yeah. Of shit. I'm not gonna read everything, but I got all kind of notes on the move. That's good to know, Ali. I appreciate it.
No preparation, just do a fun stream.
Lauren's laughing, and he says Emma Roberts gives a solid performance in that film. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And all 3 girls, they said that all 3 girls, whatever, were in the American Horror Story series. At some point. And I know that one girl, remember the name of the movie now. She was in fucking Meet the Millers. That's what I knew her from. I stopped watching American Horror Story probably after maybe the 3rd season. Great show. Goodman says, thanks, Sally. I just struggle with putting films in the drama section. Way too many in that category. Hey, to Sydney
Eubanks.
Swamp Gas, Brad.
Swamp Gas.
Okay, Mrs. Allen, our very sick Chihuahua hasn't barked in 2 days. Just barked when you started talking about your dog.
That's nice.
Well, that's cool. Magic says, is that the Black Coat's daughter slipcover still available? Actually, is this one that I got made? Yeah, this is the actual slipcover. I don't know. I got mine with the slipcover. I'm a psychopath. It was the ones that didn't have a slipcover had one made, but this actually did come with a slipcover. And I don't know if it's still available or not.
You know,
I'm not sure. You probably go on eBay. You probably get it pretty cheap.
Alan, you know, in the future, when you pull a slip like that, don't immediately go, "Yep, this is genuine." that quick. This is what he did. He went, "Hang on a second."
Well, you can fucking tell it's cardboard. It's like you can tell by the stock of the cardboard. You know, I mean, there's some pretty nice knockoffs out there, but you can tell the original
quality shit.
Plus, it's got the hole in the back. So, yeah,
just a little too quick on it. Yep, it's handmade. This is the real deal. This is
when you fuck with slip covers as much as I have, as far as being a psychopath about them, you can tell as soon as you look at one, just the way the outside feels. You can tell a lot of times.
This is authentic. You could have done it blindfolded, upside down, and then you were just handing you slips, real, fake, Seidel Cinema. This, who made it? Who did it?
Yeah, got an inside view of my psychosis. Yeah, but Magic Hands, I don't know, man. Like I said, I got a lot of mine. I just ordered them. I found them cheap, and if I didn't have a slipcover when it came in, I just got one made. But I'm sure you could get that cheap on probably eBay with a slipcover. Probably less than $20, probably. Be my guess. City says choose one: The Town or Nightcrawler. Oh, I have to go The Town, man. Overall, The Town.
Both those movies.
I do too. But
God,
I don't know how rewatchable the Nightcrawler is. I could watch The Town this week and watch it again in a couple of weeks to be fine with it. Nightcrawler is so fucking dingy. Is a good word.
Nightcrawler is my kind of thing, dude. But
yeah,
I'm all about rewatchability, man. The director's cut of The Town, pretty hard to beat that. I guess I'm gonna go Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Because like I said, those are both great movies.
Yeah.
Gizmo more of a drama because it talks about abortion in the 50s and not putting baby in the corner.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you would. It's definitely.
Yeah,
you need to stay on Sparrow Creek, whatever the fuck. You don't need to go there.
Sparrow Creek.
So he says drama, mystery, suspense, thriller is my movie genre.
Hey, you might like the stand off of Sparrow Creek. Maybe not, but like I said, I really enjoy it.
Reed said, this is an awesome idea for a stream. I've had a few, but this was fun. Well, you have to jump on and join us one day, man.
You're always having a few. What are you not having a few?
The Black Coat Dollar is pretty good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I like it too, man. That's a good one.
Sydney Jet Streams. I hadn't heard of any of these for the most part. I'm gonna have to look into them.
That's cool, man. That's the idea. Hopefully, get some recommendations and give us some recommendations. Like I said, like this. I mean, this is a horrible example, but if you had seen this movie, if anyone had seen it, my camera's going to fuck up. If anybody had seen it and was like, oh, if you like Standoff at Sparrow Creek, how about this movie or that movie? It's that kind of thing. To get, I'm always looking for hidden gems. I'm always looking for.
Me too, man. I have recommendations.
Yeah.
And let us know here in the chat. If you watch this on replay, let us know down below. Hit me up on fucking Instagram. You can find all of us on Instagram.
Yep.
So like I said, just let us know if you have any recommendations. If you liked it, hated it, if we're idiots, whatever, let us know.
Yeah. It went about as well as I thought it would.
Goodness said, Pops, when will we do an aerobic dance watch along party with Linnea Quigley? Yeah, I'm leaning probably never. What I'm thinking. Not an aerobics guy. Dirty Dance is the American remake of the Ebola Central.
That sounds pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah. I just got to be watching Sinister. Very good movie. I love Sinister, man.
Oh yeah, man.
That's another great creepy movie, man. I love Sinister.
Yeah, absolutely good. They did a sequel too, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Well, guys, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna get on out of here. Brad, you got anything coming up? Anything you want to pimp or what? We got anything coming up? I'm forgetting.
We got a Bigfoot top 5.
I always forget.
Still in the works. There's going to be more specific top 5s. There's going to be haul streams, all that stuff. But Saturday, I believe we set it at 10. We'll see for sure. But this coming Saturday, we're going to do the top 5 Nick Cage movies.
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good time. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun to get ready for this one.
Yeah.
Me, Side Hustle Cinema, and Anthony's Horror and More, and Alan, we're all going to do that one. We got a really good top 5 planned for October. Anthony's idea. We're going to run with that one. That's going to be a really fun one.
Yeah. We'll announce that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little later, but typical Hall stuff, bullshit streams, some more of these, depending on the feedback, we hear about them. But Masters of the Ages was going to do this one with us originally, but it just got too late, and we wanted to do a trial, like we said, and we went about the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, you may see some of these where just me and Brad. You may see some of these where we got other guys on here. We're always going to have new people on here doing these things, whatever. Like, so these are easy streams to put together. Pretty much, it could be a last minute thing, it could be a pre-planned thing or whatever. So these are really fun streams. Just get on here and just see what people are watching, get recommendations. Good way to talk about movies, and I like it because we're not locked in. And I'm not using Nick Cage that's not a great example because I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, I'm not locked into watching nothing but Nick Cage movies for a week.
Yeah,
I can still grab some off the shelf, and then just the last 5 I've watched. When we get ready to do one of these, I'm set.
Yeah.
And it's kind of refreshing, like I said earlier. But as far as myself, I got a collection update video. I got a pretty good stack here. I'm going to try to do that one tomorrow. And I got a really cool unboxing I'm going to do of a couple titles. I'm probably going to do that one tomorrow. And then I'll probably do the collection update probably on Tuesday. That's kind of my plan. So look for a couple of those videos coming out this week. I got a lot of stuff coming up in October on other people's channels as well. Probably going to forget some shit. I'm going to be on Bob's channel. He's got another competition coming out. I don't know if he's announced it yet or not, but I'm going to be on the next competition on Bob's channel, Bob's Blu-rays. KB later in October, I'm going to be on KB Loves Movies channel. He's going to do like a Halloween kind of interview like we did last year. You can probably go look that up. Yeah, that's about it right now, man. Like I said, I got some other stuff coming up as well. I'm still working on, but that's pretty much it. It's going to be a busy month.
Yeah.
First month in a while where I got to actually start writing shit down so I don't forget. So it's going to be a busy October, which I knew October's always busy. Last October was busy.
Yeah.
So just a busy month. So.
Yep. And I got basically my stuff and some of the other stuff, if you can't reach me, there's a reason why. But these other guys, when they do stuff, I'll do it. But anyway, man, I appreciate you jumping on and doing this with me, and we'll keep this in mind. It'll be another one, instead of a Hall stream or a bullshit stream, or it'll be a last 5 stream. It's just another option to have on a Saturday night or whatever.
Yep. So let's go. We've got quite a few comments just came in. Let's go through these comments real fast. And we'll jump on out of here real fast. Weed said Bigfoot top 30. Guess there are 30 Bigfoot movies.
There's about 3,000 Bigfoot movies, and of the 5, we're talking the premium stuff, and they're still not very good.
And this is coming from a Bigfoot freak.
Yeah.
Reed says, "You doing this again next Sunday?" No, it's not going to be a every Sunday, every other Sunday kind of deal, or any other day. It's just going to be one of those things we do, randomly throughout the month.
Yeah,
we'll try to announce them as soon as we can when we got it planned, whatever. But like I said, we're hoping to get some people up here to do this with us. The regular folks, maybe some new folks. Like what we said, it's an easy stream to throw together. Appreciate it, Anthony. Appreciate it. The Kite Man, hell yeah. Get that fall Kino Cell Hall up and running. Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't even I haven't heard of
Surely there's nothing else I need from Kino. Surely there's not. Said that last time I got 24 titles. Alex, you guys should check out Renfield for the Nick Cage stream. I'm sure it won't make your top 5, but it could be your excuse to finally watch it. He's awesome as Dracula.
I've heard he's great in it.
That's all I've heard a lot about that. Very cool, great stream. Appreciate it, Texas.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I did forget. Sorry, Gizmo. I'm going to be on next Sunday. I'll be on Gizmo's Something Rotten in Our Collection. Y'all check that out on Gizmo's channel. It'll be next Sunday at 7 p.m., I believe it is. I've been on that for the last 4 or 5 episodes, whatever. It's a good time. You guys make sure you check that out as well. Me and Brian, Tony are on that. He has different people come in and out. Whatever. Texas was on the last one. So, yeah, that's a good time. Jetstream said, last question, does Target also carry Vestron or just Walmart? Do you ever get them from Amazon? They ship the newer ones with slips? Yeah, you can get those on Amazon for sure, man. And you've got a pretty good shot of getting slips on at least the newer titles. There's a few of the older Vestrons you're going to have a hard time finding slips for. You can always go on eBay also, and you could probably get them there not too crazy in price if you really want a certain slip and can't find it. If you get one of the older Vestron titles, if you go to get one from Amazon or Walmart or somewhere, you're going to be hit or miss on finding one with a slip. But anything that comes out recently, I feel pretty confident you'll get a slip from about anywhere.
Yeah. In my experience, you really can't miss a Vestron with a slip. Just order it from Amazon. And if it doesn't come with a slip, then go on the Odyssey. But generally speaking, you're probably going to get it with a slip from Amazon. Or you can check Orbit DVD and it will tell you if it has a slip or not. You might pay a little bit more, but you can always try Amazon or Walmart first and then return them if they don't come with slips.
Yeah. Trina saying later. Appreciate y'all being here, guys. You really enjoy the stream. Can't wait for the next one. Appreciate that. Well, you guys have a great week. We're going to get on out of here. Got to get ready for another damn week of work, unfortunately. But you guys take care. We'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.
We're on.